All right. Well, let's get right to brass tacks.
Why do I have to clap?
I did everything else, motherfucker. Can you fucking clap? Um. So, have you heard of this Kyle Rittenhouse guy?
No.
Well, he.
Kill the pedophile.
Yeah, I mean, I listen. Here's the thing. I don't think he's like a criminal genius, but he played it like a criminal genius, which is basically grab a gun, go to a place filled with emotional retards, wait till they act emotionally, and attack you and shoot them. Which is, I honestly like. I used to think that was like his plan all along. Like I don't think that he wanted to kill people. I think he had
He wanted to be all tough.
yeah, he wanted to like he had like a vigilante fantasy. And by
Yeah.
the way, did you know that his mom fucking drove him there?
No, it's pretty epic.
That's insane, bro. His
Based
mom
Miss
drove him there, and she
Rittenhouse.
had a fucking with the gun and everything.
Like buckled in the back seat.
dude, honestly,
Yeah.
if I'm the fucking prosecution, I'm taking the mom down. Like, dude, bitch, you're letting your fucking 17-year-old into basically a fucking war zone, and then giving like he gets out of the fucking minivan with a rifle, and you're like, okay, sweetie, I'll pick you up in 2 hours.
What are these new dude? I people ever talking about it at my work, my new job all the time, and someone's like, "Oh, it wasn't even his gun. Like someone gave him a gun when he went there," and then someone else was like, "This video, he was waving the gun around and pointing it at protesters, and that's what provoked them to attack him." I'm like, "Oh my god."
That's not true.
Don't tell me. I'm just so tired of this stuff, bro, because like everyone who like you have to pick a side, and each side is so like objectively justified in their own mind because they have this like case breaking piece of evidence that you've never even heard of before.
Well, I mean, the people that were saying like, oh, why didn't he pay for the gun charges and shit? That I understand. That to me, like, I think the prosecution fucked up because I assume they were like hoping to get him on murder. You know what I mean? Hoping to be
Which was
like,
a waste.
yeah, because it was it was a textbook case of self-defense, which is that you get attacked by three people, two of them who had a deadly weapon, one was a skateboard, which I think legally could be used as a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
The other dude pulled a gun on him,
Yeah.
and then he shoots them. He only shoots the attackers because I was arguing with some dude on Instagram, and he was like, why did he go there? He went there to kill people. I'm like, so then why did he wait until he got like attacked, only killed his attackers, and then stopped? I'm like, he literally could have fucking told his mom like, hey, can you drop me off at the nearby rooftop, and I can literally just kill hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Like, just pick him off a fucking rooftop and shoot him in the street. Like, he thinks he's like the fucking Punisher.
Yeah. He thought like, I'm gonna patrol around with this
Yeah.
gun and people gonna be scared of me. I'm gonna have my little testosterone fantasy. But like
Exactly.
I literally had my coworkers were like, no, there's videos of him waving the gun around and pointing at the crowd, and that's why they attacked him. And he also shot at someone whose back was turned to him. He tried to kill them when their back was turned. I was like, I'm so tired of hearing about this, bro. Like, stop. I can't discuss something because if I disagree with someone,
Yeah.
they'll whip out some like, oh, you didn't see this video, and it happened. It's the same thing that people on the right do. So people don't think I'm some like Kyle Rittenhouse white knight.
No, I
alt-right
don't
dude.
like him. I think that if
But
you
I'm covering myself right now as
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whiter one, okay? So people don't think I'm on his side, and like
Right,
I'm
right.
just trying to defend him because like I think all white like blah blah blah. It's the same thing the people on the right do with COVID. You can't talk to them about it because like, oh well, you know this video, it showed that it's all blah 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 blah. Like, oh, you haven't heard of this?
It shows Kamala. She put a spell on the Chinese to create the virus.
Yeah, it's like I can't. What's the point of talking with anyone? It's literally completely pointless. Also, we're on video again. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, the
we
thing
didn't
that
address
pisses
that.
here's the thing. I think you can have an opinion on whether the right verdict was reached. The thing that mostly is pissing me
No,
off.
because there's secret facts you didn't know about. So you can't have an opinion unless you know all of everyone's little secret facts that they'll pull out.
Listen,
when you
I don't
talk
know
with
him
them.
either. The thing that was pissing me off is people saying that this was an example of systemic racism. And
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
shot white people.
It
Calm
doesn't
down.
make any sense at all. I'm like, what are you talking about? He killed. It was white on white violence. It was a white dude killing 3 other dudes who were even whiter than him.
One of them was just a pedophile, which is a very white crime.
Yeah, exactly. The other one was a woman beater, which that's a more diverse crime.
That's just universal. That's that's the thing that brings us all together.
Yeah, that brings men together.
It's like,
man, this bitch tripping me up, so I punch her in the face.
Dude,
I did that too.
What's up with the one dude that he shot his girlfriend wanting to like clearly bang Kyle Rittenhouse? Have you seen the memes about that?
No, I saw that. The dude who would beat the shit out of his girlfriend, which was one of the victims, one of the ones who died.
Yeah.
His ex-girlfriend was like, "I'm here for Kyle if he ever needs to talk."
Yeah, and I heard she gave him like, I guess because she was at the trials or whatever.
Yeah, because she hated that motherfucker.
Yeah, but like slipped him like a paper that she said had her phone number on it or something.
That's pretty lit.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's just bumping up Kyle Rittenhouse on our based rating for based or cringe.
I mean, he is pretty based.
Yeah.
He is based as fuck.
You kill someone, then cuck his ghost.
The thing, you know what like, this is what I was, because I was like, maybe I'm just being too much of a contrarian. But then I thought to myself, let's say it's the quote unquote opposite situation. And it was Trump supporters who were like, looting and rioting, or like at least were part of this movement, that was doing a lot of looting and rioting. And some black guy was walking down fucking, I don't know, Harlem or whatever with like a gun. And then he got attacked by three Trump supporters, and he shot him. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, I have to take the inverse of the situation and just think about like what would the facts would be. And I was like, I would probably then feel the same way.
Yeah, I hate that people are like. I hate when people act like a lot of people who are talking about this case. They're being like, "Oh, if this was the roles were reversed, would you guys be feeling the same way?" It's like everyone does that, and it's always true that if the roles were reversed, no, the majority would not feel the same way
because they're not seeing the facts. They're just
just stop. Because it's the same thing. You feel this way, and if the roles were reversed, each side would feel the opposite. None of you are being if you're arguing vehemently about starting arguments about this on the internet, then like, don't pretend you're objective. Like, you're literally just here to like cuck for your side on the internet. And then I hate all I ever see. Like I see a post about this, all the comments, if he was black, he began the death sentence, blah 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 blah, like a bunch of like ifs. I'm like, I hate this. Even though the same day this one guy he was released for not the exact same situation.
I saw that he shot some cops or something.
He shot at them.
Yeah.
Because they entered. He's a fugitive, and they entered his place without and I guess they didn't properly identify themselves, and he thought it was someone breaking in.
Completely understandable.
Yeah, and he got off.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen,
dude, the baby fucking like killed the dude at a Walmart. You know what I mean? Because the dude tried to like kill him. Yeah, exactly.
He was trying to intimidate him for money, because he was like, "Oh, you're in town doing a show."
He didn't go to jail either. Like, again, like,
but like that. But the thing with that is like that's the ultimate situation about this last case, where if the guy was white and this happened, people were like, "No way, a black guy would get away with it." It's like it is literally a situation where a black guy shooting at police officers. This is the situation. If this guy was white, you'd be like, "Oh, they wouldn't have taken him alive if he was black." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, this is the scenario you're always talking about would never happen, and it's right here. Like, this would never happen. The black person, they'd be death penalty immediately. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, listen. Well, clearly not.
Yeah, and you can make like even the case that like they don't. That's not like a 50-50 thing. Okay, but then like again, it's really just like the complete lack of nuance for everything, where it's like this would never happen or this always happens. I'm like, no, reality is super complicated.
And I hate like people who are like making like these dumb comparison for like, I don't know, just how people agree with them can like DM them. Like people keep posting on their stories like the George Floyd like picture, like unarmed, murdered, and then Kyle Rittenhouse like armed, taking him alive. I'm like, George Floyd was a horrible situation where the guy went to prison who did it. And he went to prison. It was a giant media thing.
Kyle didn't resist.
Also, Kyle literally walked over and had turned himself in.
Yeah,
it was different. Like they always bring up these situations where they like disarm themselves. Like again, like that one the what was the most recent big school the big school shooting that like started all this argument? No, the one after Sandy Hook.
Parkland.
Yeah, the one in Florida, right?
Yeah, Parkland with the
that was the one where
kids.
people were like, "Oh, they brought him in alive, and he was white." Blah blah blah. I'm on the side of if you've shot up a school, I think they should just execute you on the spot, personally, regardless of your race.
Yeah, I don't like what.
There's no trial there. Oh, you shot up the school. Let's take you to court. I personally think when you walk up to them, they should just blow your brains out on the front school. Like,
yeah, I don't think you should be allowed to surrender.
No, you should just like you shot a bunch of people. They should just shoot you.
Spot, yeah.
I assume, but the point is, that's how I think it should work. But that's not how it works. He walked out without his guns or whatever, his hands.
Also,
in the
think
air.
about who you're defending. Now you're defending black mass shooters. Like, it's just
I know.
This is where like it just gets ridiculous.
Rewind to like an episode or two ago of us. We talked about this. Yeah.
Right.
White,
look at that, motherfuckers.
Mixed race mass shooters.
Yeah, baby. We low key look like the Virginia Tech guy. Both of us. We could just take pictures like this with the two guns. This fake, by the way, YouTube. Don't take away our 37 cents in fucking ad revenue.
Bro, we don't even make 30 cents.
No, we will never monetize this podcast on YouTube. That's why we got the Patreon.
Why?
Are you kidding me, bro? We will never monetize this.
Like they won't let us, or we won't even try.
If you talk about anything even slight, like,
what if we start using code words like Kyle
dude, Joe Rogan would get demonetized.
What if like we use code words though, like Kyle Rittenhouse, we can call him like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Nah,
and Joe Biden, we can call him
What you should do is like what podcasts do is they eventually just have sponsors.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, cause you can't rely on YouTube.
Who's gonna sponsor us?
Probably
Who? Ben Shapiro.
We already got Proper 12.
True.
That's right. This, by the way, was brought to you by Proper 12.
Yeah,
thanks,
Proper
Connor.
12. Yeah. Can we get a sponsorship, please?
Well, anyways, Kyle Rittenhouse, even more based than we thought. He took his. I saw this on the Tim Dillon subreddit. They just had the picture of the quote with the ex-girlfriend for the and it said like Kyle Rittenhouse has taken his first war bride. I was like, this is like, dude, and that dude is apparently a fan of Tim Dillon. Like, he would like tweet like, that's a sick ass podcast or some shit like that, or like, where you're so funny. I'm like, dude, that can't look good. Like, you have a fucking that dude. Wouldn't it be hilarious? Like,
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse tweeted at us. Yeah, and he's like, yes, I am based.
Like, yo,
he tagged us.
If only we had Twitter.
I know.
If Kyle Rittenhouse is a fan, reach out to us on Instagram.
Yeah, if you know Kyle Rittenhouse as well, just send this to him.
Or if you're one of the guys that survived his shooting, also reach out.
Yeah, the dude without the finger.
Yeah, but not the one that touched the kid. Stay away.
No, that one's dead. That
one's dead. Good.
I also read this thing that the witnesses were saying that the pedophile, that he was like yelling the N-word at the protest. And I'm like,
maybe he's based.
Jesus Christ. So this was a based on based violence. Shit, did anything even fucking happen? Besides that, I'm trying to think.
Travis Scott. Yeah.
Oh, right. We never talked about that.
Yeah. Big dub for Travis.
Yeah.
9-0 KD.
I saw his apology video. Dude, honestly, like, if you don't feel sorry, don't even release a video. Because if that was me, I would feel like it's a tragedy. But I'm not going to pretend to cry for the lives of 9 strangers that I didn't know. You know what I mean? That, like, because the only relationship he has to them is that they're his fans. Yeah. Of course, he's, like, bummed out. But, like, why are you trying to, like, pretend, like... He was trying to basically pull a Kyle Rittenhouse, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I
fake
just saw
crying.
him like this, with the rubbing his head.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you don't...
Tall lives that was lost.
Yeah, don't try to pretend like you lost a loved one.
Yeah.
Like, just release a statement, stay in your mansion, fucking Kylie Jenner for the next 3 months, and then leave.
Did you hear they cut him out of the Kardashian Netflix show, Hulu show?
They should cut everybody out of that fucking
show.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's come. I don't know. Is it even out yet? But I guess they're doing some like Hulu show with them, and like a big part of whatever season is coming out was going to be Travis Scott and the new baby. But like after the day after this happened, they cut.
Why do they even care though? Like, they literally live their lives on being despicable people and being just a complete like.
Yeah, but despicable not at the cost of anyone's life. I
guess not. They're just like a very bad example of like how. They're what do you call it? They're
terrible
opulent.
People.
They're like, it's like if you were watching it's like if you were in the 1700s or whatever year this took place, and you were watching a reality show about Marie Antoinette. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, how can you enjoy this at all? Like, how can you like
How
have
do people
anything?
enjoy Jersey Shore?
No, but Jersey Shore, they were working class people. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't like these completely like
Yeah,
out
but
of
that's
touch
what's
with
funny.
reality
It's like
fucking
not-
millionaires.
They were out of touch with reality though on Jersey
No, they were out of
Shore.
touch with. But I'm saying like,
Not because they were millionaires. I think
Well-
that's the funny part of it is that like they're like, oh, these rich blah 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 like multimillionaires, and they're literally all like the typical like Jersey Shore basic drama. Like it's literally the stuff like the reason you don't go to your relative's house for holidays.
Yeah, but
as
like
a TV show.
again, like when I watched that show, I was like, this is like relatable. Like Kim Kardashian complaining that she got the wrong orange juice.
You're
It's
a
like,
big Jersey Shore fan.
I love Jersey Shore.
I forgot about that.
Listen, they're like me. They have a jacuzzi and they get hella bitches. But the Kardashians, it's like, dude, there's like an episode where like she's complaining about getting the wrong brand of orange juice, and I just want to strangle the bitch.
That's why people watch it.
I don't know. I think it's
'Cause
disgusting.
Because people find value in their lives by hating other people's lives.
I don't hate them. I just think that like
Yeah, but you also don't enjoy Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You mongol. I'm talking about people who do. Stupid.
But I'm saying like it's pathetic to enjoy that show.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
What
You
the
are
fuck were we
correct.
talking about? Oh yeah, Travis Scott. So
Yeah.
first of all, congrats on the festival. What happened? He took out Drake, and that's what caused the
Is that
basically
what
the
caused-
fucking stampede, right? I think so. I think that's what happened. That he was like, listen, I've seen Travis Scott live. He fucking sucks live.
He
Like,
does?
Yeah, because I watched him a few years ago at Coachella, and this was when Goosebumps had just come out, so he was like at the height of his popularity, you know.
Bro, Goosebumps was that at the time was the height, but that was not his peak, bro.
Well, I think it was for me, but anyways,
Astroworld was his peak. That's when
I guess I guess you're right, but
because a lot of people I know who have gone to Astroworld and stuff after the album release have said it's like insane.
well, anyways, I was there, you know,
Yeah.
and he would like, he would basically sing like, I get those goosebumps every time. Like he would do that all the time for like his songs. I'm like, this is complete garbage. It sounded like shit. I'm like, he sounds nothing like the album at all, which I should have expected, giving like the insane autotune he uses. But
I've seen don't they auto-tune him on stage though? Like the video where the
yeah,
video of the person
he
being
still
carted off while they're
screams.
dead. He's like, yeah.
he screams all his
yeah.
lyrics, dude.
Yeah.
He's a
Dude,
terrible live act.
what if
Maybe
he-
he's better now, but
What
when
if he
I saw him,
screamed the lyrics for Antidote, bro? Remember when Antidote came out?
yeah,
That went
I think he
crazy.
did actually. If I remember correctly, dude, my friends and I literally walked out. We were like,
Damn.
this fucking sucks, and we left. But anyways, I think that what happened is that Drake came out on stage, and that's when all these fucking tweeners went fucking sicko mode.
I like Drake, but I can't picture a respectable grown adult going sicko mode for Drake being
Well,
on
these
stage.
were not respectable grown adults. I think
That's
literally
true.
everybody that died was like fucking like 21 at most.
Dude, wasn't one of them like 9 or something?
Yeah, it was a 9-year-old.
Good God.
I don't know. I think if you're gonna hold anybody liable, liable for this, I think you literally have to like scour every piece of footage that you can find and try to identify the people that were like close to that person, see if they can push. I think it's a complete like nightmare to even try.
Well, do
to
you know
prove
how
it.
Crowd Crush works?
No, I do, but I'm saying like
Because that I didn't know what that was before this. Where it's literally there's so many people in such an enclosed space that like people will literally be like suffocated standing up.
yeah,
it's
I've been
insane.
close to that. Like I've been like crushed like that before in like crowds, but it usually like evens out, you know. But I think this was like, first of all, this was like I think like way too many people.
Yeah, well,
It seemed like it was like an insanely
the
like
issue was that they had a
huge
lot of
crowd.
people were jumping over the fences and stuff.
Yeah.
And did you hear about the dude who was like ejecting people with drugs?
That wasn't true.
No, the thing was security guard.
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't true?
No, of course not. And when I
Ah.
read that, I was like, that's an urban myth that's been around since I was like 15, and I was going to raves, and they were like, watch out for the guys injecting you with AIDS. I'm like, that doesn't happen. You're
Well, I
talk-
know with the AIDS, it was like a meme or whatever from
Yeah, but, like,
forever ago. But
you
like,
mean gay sex?
'cause I heard what happened with this was like that one of the security guards like freaked out And I guess someone like stuck him with something.
No, he just freaked out because he watched a bunch of people fucking die in front of him over the dumbest shit. Over a fucking
Drake.
over a literally a what do you
A
call it?
certified boy lover.
No. Over like a transient like fucking pop star who won't even be remembered like fucking 10 years from now.
You don't
Like,
think
it's
Drake
not-
will be?
No, Drake for sure. I'm talking about Travis Scott.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, and his apology video looked ridiculous, and then I think Kim Kardashian and Kylie were all like trying to do damage control, and I was
I love
like,
when they were just posting videos from the concert and like like they didn't bother taking them down. I'm like, bro, people were
Dude.
dying while this was happening. They're like, yo.
objectively, I don't see how you can blame any of the artists on there. To me, the blame is strictly on the fucking idiots that did the crowd rushing. Like that's on everybody who was involved in that. Honestly, like every single one of those persons should feel guilty as fuck and should feel like shit for acting so fucking retarded.
Yeah.
But I understand that like that Travis Scott and Drake can't come out and be like, this is on me. You're the fucking retard that crushed him. I was just singing.
I was just saying.
You know, I understand why they have to like, I guess, pretend that they, you know, deserve some
Has
blame
Drake
for it.
even acknowledged this?
Yeah, he released some statements like, "Oh, me so sorry, outdo." You know, so fucking. I don't think I've ever seen a man deeper in the closet. I don't think like it's almost impossible.
He's in
like,
the pedophile closet. Let's be honest. There's no way that guy enjoys banging women over the age of 18. I'm pretty sure he got bored of Billie Eilish the minute she turned 18.
I think that's when his interest diminished. Yeah,
Millie Bobby Brown too. I like that meme where like
I think
Drake
Georgia
will-
Smith too.
Who?
Georgia Smith.
I don't know who that is.
She was in his album and like, but at the time the album came out, she was 21. But I don't know. This is like some fucking
Oh, no, that dude's definitely a pedophile.
LGBTQ gossip. They were telling like some my friends were telling me that apparently they had been talking since she was like 17.
It's a long
Cool
time
guy.
talking. Cool guy Drake.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've talked about pedophiles a lot, but they keep popping up. This is not our fault. This motherfucker's right there. But again, I don't understand how you can like when you have 100 women trying to fuck you. Why can't you just like click on the filter thingy and just be like 21 and up?
Yeah, that's
Even
an excellent
18
point.
and up. Again, as long as you're not committing a crime.
Weird, but not illegal.
Yeah, it's like weird, but like that's on the fucking government for saying that shit. But again, like even like to not even respect that, like it's fucking crazy. I don't, especially when like, because I understand pathetic people, you know, because they're like, oh, but this is the only woman that love me. It's like, you fucking loser. But these motherfuckers, they could have literally any bitch they want, and they're still like, I'll take the little one.
Yeah.
I'll take Arya Stark. I'm like, you mean Sansa?
Isn't she like older than me though?
Arya?
Yeah.
No, I don't. She might be your age. Yeah, I don't know.
Because she just does have the face of a child.
Yeah, she does. Sansa's the hot ass one, but I think she's with a Jonas brother or something.
Yeah, she is.
Boo.
Boo, Jonas
Boo,
Brothers,
boo, you fucking. I don't know if this will work as much on video. The beep. Maybe if I send it out. What Jonas brother is it?
Joe.
It doesn't matter actually because he's a.
Just cover your mouth with the microphone.
Oh yeah, because he's a fucking. He's a
Great.
friend.
Yes, he's a friend.
No, he's a foe.
Oh, he's a foe.
Oh, dude, the fucking new trailer for Spider-Man came out.
Yes.
Okay, listen, we all know that the Spider-Verse is coming.
Hey, I just want to acknowledge something. Miguel's always an annoying dickhead.
About what?
We first talked about this when the first trailer leaked, wasn't even out, and I was like, yo, all the villains are going to come to this new world. And Miguel's like, no, you moron. It's clear that Spider-Man is going to get zapped into a different world. That's why it's called No Way Home, because he's going to have to try to get back to the regular MCU universe. And it turns out I was right.
We haven't seen the movie, so.
In
maybe
the
shut your mouth.
trailer, Doctor Strange says, ever since you messed up that spell,
Shut
Miguel was
up.
right.
But we don't know.
I know because I saw the trailer.
Shut up.
Got him.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong. I think you're gay.
It's literally in the trailer. He literally says, ever since he messed up that spell, we've been having visitors. And what's going to happen...
But that could be the twist of the movie. Maybe that's the twist that this whole time they think they've been saving home, and meanwhile his Mary Jane has been fucking sucking Flash Thompson, and he's like, "Well, this bitch is not my Mary Jane."
So as I was saying, what I like about the story for this is that apparently, from what I can tell, is that all these villains get sucked out of their universe, like presumably the moment before they die. And Doctor Strange is like, we gotta get these people out of here and send them back home. And the moral dilemma for Spider-Man is like, well, if I let Doctor Strange do that, he's pretty much sending them to their death. And he's like, I don't think I can help with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's an interesting moral dilemma for Spider-Man because he never really brought up the whole no killing thing because it's pretty big in DC that a lot of their heroes don't like killing. But
Marvel's not really
they're pretty
thing.
Lax with that.
Yeah, Iron Man fucking killed a bunch of fucking Al-Qaeda members.
Yeah, in one of the dopest
yeah
sequences ever.
And what was I talking about? Fucking Thor has definitely killed people.
The one that always got me,
Captain America killed a bunch of Nazis.
The one that I always thought was grim was in Winter Soldiers when Black Widow literally hangs someone to death.
Yeah.
In the ship, she like flips him over and puts the. I'm like, she literally just hung this person. I was
that's
like,
pretty cool.
That's really grim. I always thought it was funny. So I'm like, what are they gonna do when they introduce Punisher? Who has the moral grandstanding of don't kill people? Nobody.
Black Panther has definitely killed a bunch of crackers.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not him. Killmonger. I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they definitely have more of a gray area. I think because even like Spider-Man in the comics, it's not really like
Spider-Man. He's not like
it's understood that he doesn't kill, but it's not like
if he literally has no other option and an innocent life is at stake, he will.
But he has.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like with Batman. Not even if an innocent person's life is at stake and he has another option, he will not. Spider-Man and Daredevil will if there's literally no other option.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm talking about the Avengers, the Guardians, Doctor Strange. All those people have killed several people in the movies. So if they bring in Punisher, I better not hear anybody trying to like, do some moral grandstanding.
I'm just I'm excited to see the other Spider-Mans back. I'm excited to see Andrew Garfield get a decent chance of success.
Yeah.
Instead of fucking being written and directed by a fucking
buffoon.
No, by a fucking romantic comedy fucking dude.
Yeah, the dude that made 500 Days of Summer.
Which is a great movie, but I'm like, that. Like, why? How would you see this?
Because his last name is Webb. His name is Mark Webb.
I remember that.
The same reason they cast Eric Bana as Bruce Banner in the early movie.
He's a good actor though.
Well, yeah, but it's just like that's why he was cast.
Yeah, dude, I'm so, but I don't think they're bringing in the villains from the universes we've seen before. Like, I really don't think so. I mean, the Lizard looks the same, but Electro looks completely different. So I'm thinking this is gonna be.
I had a theory that they're gonna bring in multiple versions of some of the villains because we saw two different Goblin suits.
Yeah,
I'm assuming we're gonna get the original movie versions of them, but some of them are gonna be from like adjacent universes.
I'm also thinking that maybe I'm pretty sure that we're gonna peek into the future of Amazing Spider-Man and OG Spider-Man in the sense that like maybe in the future of that universe he did kill Electro or whatever, or Electro did die fighting him, and so they're gonna bring him like at that moment in time or whatever. I don't know. Like, I know for sure that it has to be the Sam Raimi version of Spider-Man, and for sure it's the fucking Andrew Garfield, like the one we saw.
Yeah,
I know for sure the Spider-Mans will be from that universe. Like, they have to be. Yeah, but the villains, I'm not sure, because Dr. Octopus doesn't look like that. You know what I mean? Like in the movies.
Yeah.
Also, I'm fucking. Like,
it's the exact Green Goblin suit, though. He's wearing his suit from the old movie.
But I feel like they're doing that to like for the audience, like familiarizing. But I feel like those have to be variants. Yeah. Because fucking dude, hearing like fucking Willem Dafoe's voice.
I was so happy
in the trailer. I was like,
yes.
God damn, that fool was such a good fucking.
And he's
villain.
giving such a good monologue like he would in the old ones.
That's such a sick ass like line where he's like, they're trying to like, you want to have everything, they keep trying to make you choose.
Yeah, that's such a
good fucking line.
And I love the turn of the Statue of Liberty into Captain America.
Yeah,
in the trail. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Give you
It's a man's fucking statue now.
Yeah,
a white man.
White man, America.
Yeah.
And I love that they're doing the whole Gwen Stacy falling thing. I really hope that they do that thing. People are speculating that Andrew's going to save her. That would be awesome.
Yeah, dude. I think it's going to be sick. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do this, but I was really hoping that they would make Tobey Maguire into Last Stand Spider-Man. Maybe not the story, but just
the suit.
Like the suit and at the point of his career, because Tobey Maguire is like in his 40s now.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that they would do that, where they would have like an older. I mean, the thing is though, like he doesn't look that old.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Like
he has such a young face.
Yeah, like he looks still like 30s. I mean, honestly, he looked fucking 30 in the first movies too. So it's not even like, you know what I mean? Like he fucking got stuck in time.
Yep. Did you see the video of Andrew Garfield at that nightclub or whatever?
No, I keep seeing him or like doing his interviews, and I'm like, this fool's not doing an interview for no fucking reason. He's clearly in the goddamn movie.
He's doing it to promote his Netflix movie.
What movie?
Tick Tick Boom.
No one gives a fuck about that.
I know, but he's like really like, it's like a musical or whatever, and it's Lin-Manuel Miranda's like director. It's like a biopic about the dude that made Rent.
Can somebody give that dude some pussy so he can stop making these fucking musicals?
But point is, there's a video of Andrew Garfield leaving a nightclub, and like there's someone with a camera there, and they're like, Andrew Garfield, are you the new Spider-Man? Bro, they broke that guy. He just looks at the camera and he smiles. And he's like, yeah. He just gave up. Yeah. He's done. He was like, yeah, just like he's totally just, please stop asking me about this. Like, please.
He's like, actually, I'm on the side of Kyle Rittenhouse. What?
And he walks away.
Yeah, he's like, I'm playing the alt-right Spider-Man in the movie. That would be hilarious, bro, if they have different political versions of the characters.
There's like a centrist one, an alt-right one, and an alt-left one.
Yeah, Captain Libertarian and fucking authoritarian monarchy Thor. He was like, what, can I just rule the humans? He's like Loki, basically. Except actually, Loki's a fucking bi, so never mind. He's a fucking libtard, too.
Hey, we're like a week out from Hawkeye.
Yeah, that looks sick.
It looks so good, and
yeah,
we're getting back Kingpin. I'm very confident.
I'm really happy that, because I saw a leak too of fucking Daredevil, who's apparently coming back.
Yeah, that's okay. When we saw, what movie did we see last time?
You were telling me
Eternals, and that I saw. Yeah, the pictures got leaked.
That's the only leak I saw. Don't fucking tell me more shit.
I'm not gonna tell you, but yeah, the
I saw a picture.
Thing? Yeah, it's him. Aunt May and Foggy.
Yeah,
and Daredevil.
Yeah, it's like his lawyer, and I'm like, I'm so happy that they're doing that.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to say though, I really hope that they don't release any footage at all
of the other two Spider-Man. Yeah,
no,
I'm the same way. I don't want to know anything.
Yeah, if you want to tease them, that's fine, but do not show their faces. You know what I mean? Like, don't actually show them. You know what I mean? Like, just tease them. Like at the end of like Eternals. We just hear Blade's voice, like something like that. Yeah. Like don't show him. Wait till the movie comes out. Yeah.
I'm just glad they're not confirming anything. Daredevil, I'm glad is also going to be a surprise. It looks like. I'm
definitely gonna be here, bro, in the States when that happens in LA. So I have my Spider-Man costume. So let's go fucking watch that shit.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Speaking of some movies, you haven't seen the new Ghostbusters?
No.
It's like I was surprised.
It actually looked good. It didn't look like it was made by like some fucking woke robot.
Yeah, well, because it's the son of the original director.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I love. I
don't know if that's the reason, but I think it's more just it's their intention of.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's made by someone who actually cares.
Yeah,
and he worked with his dad on it. It was like a project they worked together. Like I saw an interview with them, and he was saying that they were filming this one scene, and he finished the take, and he was like about to set to like do another one. And his dad was behind the camera. He's like, don't even bother. Like, he goes, that was perfect. And they just let it go. I was like, that's cool.
Ooh.
That's like a cool moment. It was good.
The casting is great, too. Like, it looks sick as fuck. I love that they have the fucking nerdy dude with the glasses. What's his fucking name?
Paul Rudd?
No, the original one. This fucking actor. He's dead.
Oh, wait. What have you seen?
What?
You're talking about Egon Spengler, one of the original Ghostbusters.
I'm saying that I like that they have like his granddaughter.
Oh yeah, looks a lot like him.
Like it, like that sick idea
Okay.
that you have a fucking nerd. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's how you fucking do it.
Yeah, it's
Instead of
really
just,
good.
Like getting
and-
4 random SNL cast members.
yeah, it's stupid. I was just the ending actually kind of choked me up a little bit because
Don't
you know
tell me.
I won't
bitch.
tell you, but Harold Ramis died, so like
Yeah.
a big part
Harold
of the movie,
Ramis, that's
Yeah.
his name. Sorry.
a big part of the movie, like the kind of driving force behind it is kind of just like paying homage to him like one last time.
Right. That's
so
good.
it's like it's about it's really about the legacy of his character, and by extension this is what he's most known for.
right.
It's kind of like the legacy of like him, and it's a real like it gives him a send off in the movie. And yeah, the ending was just incredible. I was like they really like, again, not saying anything, they're like pitfalls that you could have fallen for that would have cheapened certain things,
Yeah.
but they managed to like have it. They kind of had it all with the ending. I was like, oh, this wouldn't have been easy to pull off, but they did it in like the best way I think they could have. So
I'm glad, bro. That's what that franchise deserves, not some fucking woke horse shit. I
yeah.
mean, I don't know.
And
I didn't see the movie, but
like
just
it's
everybody
really
saying
clearly
it about
like made by someone who loves the original, because it kind of is a continuation of the very first one. Like
that. Yeah.
a lot of stuff from the first one comes back. I'd recommend watching the first one shortly before seeing this one, because there's a lot of little references.
Yeah,
and
I gotta
teases.
rewatch it because I watched it as a kid. I don't fucking remember anything.
Watch it because there's a really great line in the trailer,
Yeah.
in the movie towards the end, and if you don't watch the movie, it'll probably go over your head. But yeah, so watch that. That's good. Forget that the 2016 one. And yeah, I'm glad that what's stupid in the 2016 is I never bothered watching it, but it's not even a sequel. It's a complete reboot.
Yeah.
And they bring back the Ghostbusters cast, and they just they literally kill Bill Murray, I believe.
Oh, geez.
Like he's literally like sexist, and he dies. He's like, women can't hunt ghosts and be scientists, and then he like falls out a window or something and dies. I'm like, this is so disrespectful.
That's pretty funny though. If
Yeah.
I was a dumb bitch, I would do that. Oh, do you watch the Hit Monkey?
Yes, I've seen the first 3 episodes.
Oh,
I know what
I've
you're
only
saying.
I only watched the first one,
That is so good.
dude, and it's pretty like well made. Like it actually like like spoilers for the pilot, but when they kill all the other monkeys, I was like damn.
Yeah.
Like it's very like they do a great job of basically cementing both like. So there's 2 main characters basically in Hit Monkey.
Hit Monkey?
That's what it's called. Right?
Yeah, Hit Monkey and
Hit Monkey, and then an actual hitman.
Yep.
Who like
actually, I don't know if I don't know if this was in the original comic,
yeah.
but I know they wanted, when they made this TV show, they wanted him to be Bullseye.
Oh really?
Yeah, because that's Daniel Way wrote that comic book, and that's how
Oh.
he writes Bullseye acts like that in his comics.
Oh,
But I was
see.
like, oh, yeah.
but you need Bullseye.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure we'll ever see him again. You saw Silver Samurai in the first episode, right?
No.
Later for like 1 second when he first gets to Japan and they're like cutting to everything, you see Silver, or maybe it's the second one. Well, one of the first episodes, Silver Samurai has like a brief like 1 second appearance.
Oh, nice. That's the
Yeah.
dude from Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't. But yeah, dude, it was pretty sick. Like it was pretty like well made.
Good cast.
Yeah, it reminded me hella of the animated parts in Kill Bill. I think that was probably their main inspiration. I
Yeah.
mean, not that because that is inspired like in other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's very violent. It's very I guess like what like Asian aesthetic.
Yeah.
Maybe Japanese or whatever. Like it's pretty fucking sick. And what's it? Dude, fucking Jason Sudeikis literally can't play any other character.
He pulls out a pretty
It's good.
good. Well, but I'm saying he has a moment in the 3rd episode where he's talking about killing with Hit Monkey,
Yeah.
because Hit Monkey doesn't want to kill people, and the whole episode he's like.
Right.
He's like, what are you being a little like bitch about? It's like, it's not a thing, whatever, blah, blah. And he's like talking with him at the end. He's like, he has this like actual like monologue where he's like, killing, he's like, it's not just pointing a gun at the bad guy and watching him go bye-bye. It's like every time it's like, watch you go bye-bye. And he's like, he's like, you lose part of yourself, you become numb to it. But like, if you're lucky, you don't become numb. You never forget any of it. I'm like, oh, he's like, this is like very like a good performance out of him. Like his acting, like
I'll believe it when I see it because again, the first episode is basically
him doing his thing.
Yeah, him like what's that fucking movie dude where he plays a hitman too? It's with Zach Galifianakis, who's like a con artist, and they send him like to track him. It was one of those like direct to DVD fucking comedies.
I probably didn't see that.
But he plays a hitman in that too, and I was really excited.
Yeah.
to like see him play that role. I'm like, I wonder how he does it. Like, oh, it's fucking Ted Lasso again. It's the fucking same fucking character he plays in every fucking movie.
I was just watching We're the Millers last night too.
Exactly.
Dude, that movie is so
the
funny.
exact same character that he
Yeah.
plays in Horrible
It's
Bosses.
still. I hate Horrible Bosses so much, bro.
What?
I that was one of the, I know. That was one of the movies that I thought I would love, and even my dad who hates like
Oh,
my dad hates like
Jesus.
raunchy like adult comedies, but he loves that, and all my friends
He loves
recommended it to me. But I saw it, and even my son like, okay, my dad likes this. It's probably pretty funny because like all the comedies recommended to me, I've liked like Hangover, the other guys. I don't think I laughed once in that movie. I was like sitting here like this. I was like, this is the
You're
stupidest.
fucking.
It's just the jokes didn't get. There's one joke that got me was when they found out that Jamie Foxx went to prison for pirating movies, and he's like, yeah. That was the only part. I don't know. I just
Bro, you didn't laugh, dude. I thought Kevin Spacey was fucking hilarious in that.
he was all right.
He was such a fucking asshole. Like it was so funny.
I don't know why. I just thought I would love it, and I saw it.
When he answers the phone, he's like, "Are you fucking my wife?" I thought the shit was hilarious. He's like, "Are you a person fucking my wife?"
It sounds like something I would like because that's a funny concept, and I love Charlie Day, and I was like, you've done something wrong if Charlie Day isn't making me laugh.
There's something wrong with you, motherfucker. The
No.
second one is really fucking good too.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you didn't like the first one, the second one's pretty funny too.
Maybe I'll think the jokes are better than that one, but
No, the first one is better.
yeah, but
The second one's pretty good, but the first one is probably the best one.
and in between these, I don't know. I don't think we talked about it. I finally saw The Hangover, which I've been meaning to see.
Oh, right. It's a classic.
Yeah, I saw all three of them. I liked them. 2 is like funny, but it's the first movie, but with like Mad Libs.
With
like,
a filter on it.
yeah, they
With
like
a
took
fucking
the
yellow
script and
filter on it.
they took out Vegas and they put in where was it, Bangkok, and
Yeah.
they took out Baby and they put in Monkey, and I was like, it's the same.
It
movie.
was meant to be like this sort of like meta joke but it failed.
Yeah.
It didn't work at all. Like it
Again, I thought the movie was funny. I was laughing throughout it. I thought it was pretty funny, but I like the
was
third one
alright,
a little
but
more.
the first one is a classic.
The first one's great. It's pretty. That's a pretty perfect comedy. I
Yeah.
was dying.
The third one's sick as fuck too, but
The third one I thought was gonna do that mistake where there's a funny character and you kind of start overplaying them as it goes on. Like remember they wanted to make a spinoff of Dwight from The Office. I'm like, no, Dwight's funny, supporting character.
right.
They always do that. Like they always like get a funny character and they try to do their own thing with them. Like no, they're a supporting character. They can't carry their own stuff. And I thought they were gonna do that with, what's the Asian guy's name? Chang? No, that's him in Community.
Oh, with in the movie, I think his name is Leslie Chow.
Chow. Yeah. I thought they were gonna do that with Chow because the third one opens with him, and I was like, please don't overplay this guy. But I think they used him just enough.
No, they did it perfectly,
Yeah.
and I love how they, you don't find out, but him and Alan were hanging out.
Yeah,
they were like
they're
best friends.
emailing each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then the giraffe thing on the freeway in the beginning killed me when he's like walking on Sunshine, and he's driving the giraffe in the car, and he gets decapitated.
And what's his name? Oh, and they fucking kidnapped Doug.
Yeah.
And he's like, God damn it, like it's just fucking get him again.
So yeah, I enjoyed those. I finally caught up on the Hangover
They
movies.
kill Black Dog, right?
Yeah, he kills him for letting them break into his house.
Yeah.
I love the part where they're crawling through his mansion and pretending to be dogs. And he's like sniffing his ass. He's like, what are you doing? We're dogs, Alan. And he like walks over and like starts drinking the water. He's like, we have to be dogs.
It's crazy how comedies have basically been completely destroyed by the cultural environment. Like they don't exist anymore. I can't think of a single mainstream comedy coming out.
You know what's the last comedy that I saw in theaters?
What?
Good Boys.
Oh, I didn't see. But
that was like that was like 3 years ago.
the last one I remember is Happy Time Murders. That shit was fucking sick.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're right. They're not out.
But
I saw Good Boys in theaters, and I was like, that's the last time there was a comedy in theaters that I can think of.
But
That actually didn't look like some stupid like, some kind of like political whatever.
yeah, because even like, because I think the thing is that they keep restricting like what's acceptable to be like made fun of.
Yeah.
And
There are some jokes in the Hangover movies where I'm like,
you can't do fucking paging Dr. Faggot anymore. Like,
yeah.
that's insane.
And I
man.
love in the second where he's like, oh, you go to medical school? Have you heard of Doogie Howser? Yeah, turned out to be a gay.
But like, see, like that would like people would still laugh at that and people would still watch that.
Yeah.
But these fools don't want any pushback.
People would still laugh at the patient Dr. Faggot thing. That's
funny. What I mean. 100%.
When I watched it with my friends, we were all laughing.
Of course, because it's funny. But it's like
we're mature or whatever he says.
Everybody's scared of fucking these like groups of people like they're the fucking mafia. It's like, oh, the gays are gonna get us. What are they gonna do to you? Throw fucking glitter on you? Oh. It's a fucking joke. But yeah, like, cause I remember like, I think, well, I mean, if I don't know, let's say if I'm black or gay or something, and that's a big if, I'm trying to corral the comedy market right now, cause it's like, you can play that card where like, no, but I'm this, so I can make fun of stuff,
Didn't work for Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
You have to be a gay black woman.
Yeah, a gay black trans woman.
You probably make a joke about anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You probably get away with a
converted
George Floyd
to Islam.
You get away with a George Floyd. Yeah, dude, and isn't even Dave Chappelle's Islam?
Muslim, yeah.
Is he? Yeah, he is, because his wife.
What a fucking stereotype.
See, even that didn't save him.
Shit. But also like he's do you remember that thing that I showed you that said like straight black men are the white people?
Me and you always talk about that. I
saw that
forever
fucking
ago.
Headline ever. Oh, like, so you're just basically like admitting that white people are superior by saying shit like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it's fucking self-fulfilling prophecy of shitting on yourself. It's fucking ridiculous.
Hey, when are we gonna go protest outside of FX for its own
Yeah, well, I mean, we have to, I guess, kind of like.
Do we have to get permits?
No, we don't have to get permits, but we would need somebody to come with us for that for sure.
I can easily get somebody to go with us.
Yeah, because I have like a fucking like a foldable table.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just put that in front of the street. We'll just sit down. We'll live stream it on like Instagram on the podcast Instagram.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, we would just need somebody to like basically like tell people to please not fuck with us or something, or like have a third mic in case somebody wants to talk to us. You're like, so what are you guys doing? And then some fucking woke bitch shoots us. It's like, oh yeah, you think that's funny? And maybe I should go dressed as Martino Martinez. Maybe that would.
Maybe I should go dressed as Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, that would be sick if we just wear camo.
What if I want Alex Jones or something?
Yeah, we have a shirt that says Joe Rogan knows more about the vaccine.
Yeah, I think we need to round up some minorities to go with this. Some more minorities. No white people.
Yeah, let's get Fabio.
Yeah, I'll say he'll go.
Yeah, we'll do that. Fuck, I have to fucking plan that shit out.
Yeah, round up any non-white people you know.
yeah, we gotta build a protective barrier. Like
they can lock arms.
Like in South Park, we could do a shield. That's a crazy fucking joke they got away with.
South Park can get away with anything.
I think it's easier with animation. Yeah, I think it's
and also I think the reason you usually cancel people for things that they don't think they're gonna get canceled for, that their audience doesn't think they're gonna say, or something that they've kind of said a long time ago.
Also, South Park is pretty out of the mainstream.
Like, I mean,
like it used, like it's kind of like Sunny, where like it's literally just its fans watching it. It has a lot of fans, but South Park, like, you know what it reminds me? It reminds me of Grand Theft Auto. Like when Grand Theft Auto before was so mainstream that you would have these fucking gay ass lawyers trying to like make it like illegal and shit like that or ban it, and now it's just like they have so many fans that it feels mainstream, but it really isn't. Like South Park feels mainstream because it has so many fans. But those are the only people that care.
I don't know if you could say GTA is a mainstream. It's literally the biggest selling anything ever.
Well, yeah, you know what? Maybe that's not a
GTA
great
5
saying.
is the biggest selling
Yeah.
thing, period, in history.
It's like Sunny. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like South Park is kind of like Sunny in the sense
Yeah,
that
where like Sunny's been going on for like 17 seasons, but
Yeah.
like it's only its fans
like
watching.
it clearly has enough fans to make FX money,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have too many fans.
Well,
where
clearly that didn't help him from the blackface thing.
yeah, dude. There is an interview with Conan where they show Mac
Yes, in blackface
in
the
blackface
in
in
the
Conan,
hospital.
and people are like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, because it's hilarious.
And then like literally like 6 months pass by and he committed genocide. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Funny, you notice how no one's trying to cancel them, just the show.
Who?
No one's trying to cancel the cast.
Oh yeah, no. Because again, they're not that famous. Like
Yeah.
Louis C.K. had this great point. I was listening to old like radio bits that he would do, and he was basically, I think this was during like, this was like 2012 or something like that, or 2014, somewhere around there, and he was basically saying how he was dreading because he had been like on the cover of GQ magazine. Like this was like when he was getting like at the height of his fame.
Yeah.
And he was saying how he was dreading going into the mainstream because he's like, I'm getting famous to the point now where people who don't like me know who I am. And I'm like, I think that's what sucks is like you can get to a point where like you have a lot of fans, well you don't have so many that people who don't like you start knowing who you are.
Yeah.
And like that's the sweet spot. Like B-list is like the sweet spot basically.
Yeah.
Or A-list.
J.K.
Gay
Simmons
black.
could get away with saying the N-word.
Who?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, yeah, because it's be like, yeah, but he was great as James,
And he's B-list, you know.
He's B-list.
Yeah. Upper B-list.
I feel like that's the best life you can have.
Yeah.
As a
Like
celebrity,
you have
B-list.
enough money to always like live.
Yeah.
You can probably, you know.
Yeah, more than enough money, but you don't have the
excessive
tablets.
amounts of fame.
Yeah, like fucking I guess if I could yeah, probably you have to do a Pete Davidson. That's the fucking life right there.
What?
Just
Banging every hot woman on earth?
very bad woman. You're not even that famous.
Kate Beckinsale, Margaret Qualley,
Ariana
Kim
Grande.
Kardashian, and Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
And he looks like one of those dudes that lives in the caves in Skyrim.
he is an ugly ass motherfucker. That's
Yeah.
why he has to be hanging dong.
Well, apparently Ariana Grande says he is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he has to be.
I've heard he does.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. He looks like the type. It's always those
Weird,
skinny,
gangly.
gay looking motherfuckers. Damn. But yeah, shit. Anything? Okay. I don't know. Is Epstein coming? Has he returned yet?
No, but
What about Jesus Christ? Neither.
no, but
Two of my favorite Jews.
Ghislaine Maxwell's trial was the other day,
Oh, but she got off with a sweetheart deal, same way as Epstein.
and no coverage at all. Literally the same time as the Rittenhouse trial, and all the attention's on
Of
Kyle
course.
Rittenhouse. I'm like, how is this not on any news network? No cover. Literally, the only thing to come out of that trial is a courtroom drawing of her.
It's ridiculous how
Distorted the lens is.
yeah, like how fucked up mainstream like people's priorities are. And listen, again, I don't blame people. You have your fucking life. You tweet, this is gay, #BLM, and move on with your life. But
Yeah.
you, like, I don't know. Like, again, that's why I don't respect these people. Because you don't, they don't have their priorities in order about what actually matters in life.
Yeah.
So like systemic racism is a really big problem. I'm like, if you really, okay, let's say that that's 100% true. Even then, who do you think is causing it, motherfucker? It's the fucking oligarchy bourgeoisie of which Ghislaine Maxwell is a part of.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think this is fault? Is fucking? Do you think this is Dave
Kyle-
Chappelle's fault or
You
Kyle
think it's
Rittenhouse'
Rittenhouse
fault?
and Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle and Louis
exactly.
C.K. in
Fucking
the blackface
idiots.
episodes of It's Always Sunny.
I know. Obviously, the Illuminati, dude. The Illuminati is pretty fucking racist. They are.
We're the Illuminati.
Yeah.
End
And
of
listen.
episode. Turn it off.
What they're gonna release another thing, and then this is gonna be like a fake video of us doing this. And like, they killed themselves. See, they had a
Yeah.
oh shit.
Wait, I'll do it. For anyone who wants to frame our death, here it is.
pull in Alec Baldwin.
Okay, you just need to CGI some blood and muzzle flash there, and that way when you kill me, you can frame me really easy.
I don't think they have to kill people anymore. If they would literally just
They can just cancel.
release my search history, my life is over. What?
Your search history.
Oh, don't act like you've never Googled dog's penis or whatever.
Red Rocket, Red Rocket, Red Rocket. Or that South Park episode?
Dude, I don't think I watched that.
Bro, so that like Cartman's like, yo, you know dogs make milk? And he like puts his dog over like Red Rocket, Red Rocket.
No way.
It's so messed up.
That's pretty funny.
And then he's like, it tastes weird.
Dude, I read this thing on I forget what the original subreddit was, but it was on the Comtown subreddit, and it just said like, every time they post like some dude, like some guy doing something fucked up, and they just put like dudes rock, and it was one like there was this I think she was like, I don't know, but it was a woman / girl, basically she was asking Reddit for advice, but. Okay, so she said that she had like suspicions of like her little brother like watching porn or whatever. So she like grabbed his iPad or something and looked at his search history. And this motherfucker was Googling like okay, so it's her, right?
Mm-hmm.
The older sister. The little brother is 10 and the middle brother is like I think like 13 or something. And the little brother was Googling like sucking my brother's cock, like brother porn, and then he was Googling like how to make love to sisters sleep. Like that's insane shit.
What?
I know, dude. And I was like, God. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you asking? Call the FBI. What the fuck? Like, this is insane.
What?
I know.
Damn, that kid's not gonna. What happened to that kid when he was younger?
That's the other thing.
Who molested him?
Yeah, I was like, this dude got molested. How does he even know about sucking his brother's cock at fucking 10 years old? Like, that's insane. It's like, it's like literally Googling how to bang his sister while she was sleeping. Like, this fool, like, the consent didn't even pass through his head. He's like, let me skip over that and just go straight into the plowing. I don't know. It reminded me of you, but because he was white. Clearly, they didn't even have to mention that in the post. Dude, I'm terrified now. That shit, fucking since
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, pulled one of the biggest bamboozles ever.
Yeah, I can't believe I was having to vehemently defend him at work the other day.
Who? You?
Yeah, I was having to defend him.
Did they think that it was his fault?
People just don't get that the armor assumes liability. Like everyone's like he's at fault because he didn't check the gun. I'm like, that is what the armor is for.
That's not his job. Yeah.
And then people are like, well, the first thing about gun safety in range, I'm like, it's completely different.
No, because
I was talking to someone who owns guns and knows a lot about guns, and I'm like, and he came around to my side. Like I explained it to him.
Yeah.
It took like 20 minutes arguing with him, but I was like, listen, someone who works on this stuff, I'm like, just listen to me. I'm like, I've gone shooting before. I've held guns. I've used guns. I know, like, I get what you're saying. I was like, it's completely different because there is never an excuse at a gun range to point a gun at somebody. I was like, if you're on set and your scene calls for you going like this, someone has to be behind the camera, right? Yeah. And he's like, yeah. I go, what happens is his job is not to inspect the gun. The armorer takes the gun, inspects it, and hands it directly to him and says, cold gun. That means, to him, a professional has looked through this gun and is telling him, you can point this at someone, and as long as you're not 2 feet away from him, you're good. And it took a long time, and I was like, listen. But finally, he came around, I was like, I go, it's totally different. Like, I understand, if you're on a gun range, people take that stuff seriously. I know, I see so many videos of people messing around, waving around guns, and, the gun range employees, tackles them, pulls the gun out of their hand. But it's completely different. Keanu Reeves is waving guns in people's faces all day, on John Wick. It's completely different.
Yeah, I was telling my family, I was like, even when you see a scene of somebody shooting a wall, those are mini explosions on the wall
yeah,
that are rigged, and the gun is firing blanks. There literally is never live ammo on a set
Yeah.
ever.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's what happens when you hire some fucking dumb TikTok whore instead of an ex-cop or whatever.
And a bunch of film students. And that's the other thing I was telling the guy. I was like, listen, I'm like, the crew was this dumb hoe who does not know what she's doing,
Yeah.
and a bunch of film school students. I was like, I'm like, you need to understand that there's nothing involving firearms that you can't major in anything involving fire. There's no classes for armor or anything. I'm like, I'm like, all those people are literally like some ex-Navy SEAL or some detective from LA who, worked on a case and met whatever producer, blah, blah, blah. And, 5 years later, the producer's like, hey, you want a job? Like, inspecting the guns on this set? Like, just make sure no one gets shot. Easiest job in the world. Literally, make sure there's no real bullets in the gun and, smack someone in the head if they mess around with it and kick them off the set. Easy job. Not very hard.
Yeah, I think like that might be. You could basically replace kind of anybody except. Well, I mean, not anybody, but like that's one of those jobs.
This is what I was telling you. It's pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Anything involving vehicles, anything involving stunts,
Yeah.
and armor. That's the 4 things that people's lives are on the line. Those are the 4 things. Because, vehicles, all that stuff. Someone can get hurt, someone break their neck, someone could fall, someone can get hit, someone gets shot. So, yeah.
Yeah, dude, imagine if that happened to Jackie Chan. I would fucking kill myself.
If you got shot on set?
Yeah, I really would if he got fucking hurt.
Oh, did you know what I watched a couple days ago?
What?
Police Story.
It's really good.
I've seen it before, but it's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Like
Rumble in the Bronx is sick as fuck too.
Yeah.
They were legit like, because they weren't just like really good, like well choreographed action movies, but they're just like good like storytelling, like good story structure. Like
Police Story is just a really good, straightforward like action comedy. Yeah. Like it's really incredible, like very well paced. And I love that one crazy stunt at the end where he slides down all the lights and crashes, and it's just such a crazy stunt. They have to show it from like 5 different camera angles.
Hell yeah!
Like he crashes through and he cuts back and boom, he keeps doing it. I was like, yeah, it's such a good stunt.
Yeah,
there's no trickery. It's just him.
He talked about this thing where he like he would talk about how they edited Hong Kong action movies, and I never noticed this, but I was like, oh shit, he's right. Like where he would do the stunt and say like he does like a kick and he hits somebody, then they show the kick again from a different angle right away. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I never noticed that, but it really like looks cool. Like it makes the scene, I don't know, like it just makes it feel better.
I think everyone who wants to do action movies should study John Woo.
Yeah,
because the
Hong
way
Kong cinema is amazing. Like that's where Tarantino steals everything.
The way he does his, like you feel every punch in a John Woo. In his actual like Hong Kong films, they're insane. Like you feel every punch and like everything like has meaning. Every single bit of the choreography is insane.
You feel every stroke.
Yes, I also watched Hard Boiled like a week ago too.
That's a great movie too.
Yeah, and yeah, I mostly watched it because it was after Shang-Chi. I wanted to see some more Tony
a real
Leung
Chinese
stuff.
guy.
Well, I just wanted because the dude who played Wen Wu, that was his first American movie.
Yeah,
I also rewatched Shang-Chi a couple days ago. And
it's pretty good.
Mandarin gets better every time. He's such a good character.
Yeah, and
like that scene where he's fighting with Shang-Chi at the end, and that's the first time they kind of talk about like how he raised him. And, like his whole motivation is like he blames him for the mom dying. Like this is good.
They made his powers look way cooler than they are in the comics.
I thought that was dope when the way I love the way he can like fling himself into those jumps and like super cool. Because I always thought like the rings were kind of like. They kind of work like the Infinity Gauntlet, but like way weaker, and he can like shoot lasers out of his hands. Smart idea to make him like the bands that he can like whip around.
Yeah, and less of a fucking racist propaganda looking fucking character. Yes, that's what he looks like in the comics. He looks like a fucking.
He's literally the Fu Manchu.
Yeah,
yeah.
He looks like a fucking. Did you ever watch Shaolin Showdown?
Yeah.
He looks like the main character with a fucking straw hat on it. Like that's how fucking like racist like the original Mandarin looks like.
Yeah, it's pretty stereotypical.
Yeah.
It was the 60s.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Check this out. Now you know why we feel the way we do.
Yeah, you know
now it all makes sense. But yeah.